pedagogy. And I was like, wait, what's that word? Most of us study just by reading notes or watching videos, right? But that's only half the process. Real learning happens when you interact with what you have learned. So recently, I was attending the foundation courses in my college, and the professor was talking about time management. Uh, the usual to-do list, priorities, and all that stuff. And suddenly, she said something about pedagogy, and I was like, wait, what's that word? It sounds super academic, right? Like something out of the research papers. But she explained it. I started realizing, hold on, I already knew this. She was basically talking about the idea of learning by teaching others. And I was like, oh, you mean the Feynman technique? That's something I used to hear about a lot back when I was in 11th grade. Literally every YouTuber was talking about it, right? You know that there were you try to explain a topic in simpler words to see actually you understand it. That's what she meant. The only difference is she called it pedagogy. Also, don't know what exactly pedagogy is. It's basically the science and art of teaching and learning. That's it. The word comes from the Greek paid meaning child and agos meaning to lead or guide. So originally pedagogy meant guiding the child to learn. But today it's way bigger than that. Pedagogy isn't just about what a teacher does in class, it's about how learning happens for both the teacher and the student. It's not just someone teaching and someone listening, it's just the process, the interaction, the questioning, the curiosity, the environment, and even the mindset. There used to be something called teacher centered pedagogy. That's where the teacher talks, the student just listen, write notes, and memorize. It worked. But it was mostly one way learning. Then came student centered pedagogy. Here, the focus shifted. It's not just about the teacher teaching, it's about the student learning. You learn by asking questions, solving problems, discussing idea, and exploring your own understanding. So, pedagogy today isn't just about teaching facts, it's about building thinkers. My professor also mentioned about the four C's, which are like the foundation stones for modern pedagogy. First one is critical thinking, questioning, analyzing, and connecting concepts instead of just memorizing. Communication, learning to express and explain your ideas clearly. Collaboration, learning through teamwork, discussions, and peer teaching. Creativity, applying what you know in new and original ways. These four work together. You're not just learning from a textbook, you're learning how to learn. Now, here where it connects with something a lot of us already know, the Feynman Technique. It's that idea where you teach what you have learned in simple words and that helps you understand it better. That's actually a perfect example of pedagogy in action. Because when you teach something, you're using all the four C's. You're thinking critically to explain it, communicating things clearly, maybe collaborating with a friend, and being creative in how you simplify it. So the Feynman technique isn't separate, it's a practical form of pedagogy. Now, here's why this really matter for us, especially if you are in high school or college. Most of us study just by reading notes or watching videos, right? But that's only half the process. Real learning happens when you interact with what you have learned. When you write it in your own words, when you teach it, when you question it, when you use it. Example, if you read one topic then explain it to your friend later, boom, that's pedagogy at work. And the best part, it doesn't just help you remember better, it builds your confidence because when you can explain something simply, you realize, I actually understand this. That's how pedagogy makes you not just a better learner, but a better communicator, thinker, and a problem solver. Yeah, that one lecture that started off about time management ended up teaching me something much bigger. And that's how we learn. It's just as important as what we learn. So, next time you're studying, don't just highlight notes. Try teaching it to someone else, talk it out, write it in your own way, question it, or even make a mini video explaining it. And that's how real understanding happens. That's pedagogy, learning, evolving, and growing through teaching. If this helped you see learning a little bit different, make sure you to like, share, and drop your thoughts in comment section. And maybe tell me how you learn best.